You can tell I'm tired. Oh, we'll reboot here. I realize there's no sound. That's a good thing to fix at the beginning of a stream. Anyway, yeah, bit of an odd start. Anyway, hello. Another take. Yes, Journey to the Farlands. Uh, and yes, I was intending to stream Newcraft 4 for the past 2 days, but homework and studying has caught me snagged, so I just my mind kind of got fried from doing a whole bunch of homework. So now I'm like, I just want to play. So we're just gonna play and chat and expect some whoopsie daisies this stream. I'm sure, as it already has been, just because I'm burning the midnight oil. Well, not necessarily that it's midnight, but it's pretty late for me to be streaming on a weeknight. But we're gonna do a nice little stream here today. Do some chatting. I don't know if I have as much to chat about as I did last stream. Got some creepers on us. Mainly just, yeah, there's not too much different. Newcraft 4 is, I guess that's something I'll start talking with, just because that's a pressing matter that I'm sure maybe some people be wondering about. I don't know. Anywho, Newcraft 4, new SMP. It started like a week or two ago, probably 2 weeks now. It's been a while, and I've been doing stuff on that server. I haven't been doing it in the last few days, but I have wanted to stream it, kind of capture that a little bit. It'll probably be like the Journey to the Farlands, where I do little bits every once in a while of it. It'll probably be episodic, but it won't be like, starting from scratch. I already have some diamond tools, not max enchanted. I'm still working on enchanting and all that, Newcraft 4. But I got a whole bunch of stuff in that world, so we're gonna do some fun streams there. It's a bit of a change of pace to Journey to the Farlands, so anyone used to this already is gonna be like, whoa, modern Minecraft, other people. It's a bit more disorganized, a bit more chaotic. There's a lot more stuff going on there than there is here. But I'm sure both series will grab some people, at least someone's attention. There's a group, a demographic for each type of series I'm doing right now, which is just the two, and whatever else I decide to do in the future. Yeah, so Newcraft 4 stream, expect that probably this weekend. We'll see about this weekend. I might do it later in the weekend because it's a long weekend coming up here. So maybe I'll do a longer stream just to make up for lost time. So just a longer Newcraft 4 stream. Maybe some shenanigans if anyone's online at the time. Tomorrow I won't stream tomorrow just because I'm doing stuff. I got studying. I got a test. Got all sorts happening this week, so it's been busy. But that's just the way it goes. And for Journey to the Farlands, of course, has been slow, but I still been making progress. That's kind of my goal, is even if it's 10,000 blocks a day, sometimes I think that's alright, as long as I kind of counterbalance on the days that I can do more and do feel like doing more. So yeah, I'm still trying to reach the Farlands in a reasonable time frame, but then again, is kind of out of the question for a lot of this now. It's more of just whenever I can play, I play. And it's more of a time management thing now, for what I feel like playing anyway. A limited amount of time now. I'm going to dedicate some time to this, some time to Newcraft 4, some time to the Origins, which is another thing. It's just not being streamed. It's just a nice casual thing. And there might be a few more things in the works in the future, but I'm not too keen on starting anything new right now, just because Newcraft 4 is starting, where I'm starting to stream that as well soon, so I don't want to have too many things on the go like that. So at least 2 series at a time will be fine until I kind of feel like doing more stuff, get a bit more of a viewer base, and if that ever happens, then so be it. Anyway, how are we doing for? Yeah, I think we're okay. I might play back the stream just for a minute here, just so I can hear the sound, just so I can get a good grasp on how the sounding. So a good grasp on how the sounding. So a good grasp on how okay sounding. So not bad. I think. A good grasp on how okay sounding. So not bad. I turn the sound a bit. Okay sounding. So not bad. I turn the sound a bit. Alrighty, yeah. Turn the okay. That the playback is screwing me up. I've got the sound pretty quiet for the music anyway. Just 'cause I didn't want that blasting. I don't think the game is crazy loud compared to my voice. I think we're okay in that regard. I've had some sound stuff going on over the last few streams, but that's just the way it goes. So bear in mind with my technical difficulties, audio difficulties. That'll just be something that's worked out over time that I just have yet to figure out yet. I don't know. I haven't got a sweet spot. I think this is okay for now, but it's not a super high production thing operation I got here. Not really any editing going on. Not really any. No, it's not very sleek or anything. It's pretty bare bones, and that's basically how I like to do this. Just because it's the easiest way for me to get my content across the way I want it. So yeah, I got some lovely stuff coming here with Newcraft 4, Journey to the Farlands, which is just a wondrous journey. It'll probably take a lot longer than I think right now, just because it's starting to slow down. But I'll see. We'll see what happens. Even after I get a job and become even busier, hopefully I'll make it there in a reasonable time frame. Just because I want to actually eventually reach the Farlands and not just wish I had, that sort of thing. But enough about hypothetics. Got a lovely world to look at here. Oh, jeez. Got a lovely world to look at. What's the news for Journey to the Farlands here? I think I found another spawner. I'm just keeping tabs on it and making sure you guys are up to date. Spawner. Just because, I don't know, I think it's cool, because maybe one day that spawner I find will have a golden apple with it. I haven't found one with it yet, out of like over many I've found. But just thought I'd mention that in case anyone was curious. So, yeah, the journey continues. We're going. What direction are we going now? Oh, goodness. I think we're going south. Because I think this points north. I think this is north. So this is southwest. According to a real compass and the sun, which apparently for this version might not be the most accurate way of telling direction, but I'm just saying that there's a reason I'm going left, or not left, west, just because Kurt went left, or oh god, why do I keep saying left? He went west, just because he said a lot of the famous explorers went west and found, the continents on the other side of the world from Europe. So yeah, westbound it is. Well, south now, but soon to be southwest. It was west first, it was southwest, and now we're going south. And then it should go back to southwest. Pretty fun. So this is the third stream I've done now of walking this way. It might be depending, it might be a while still. Because if you see the 1.0 or 1,052,000, we're trying to get that to 1,125,000. So we still have 75k blocks to go. I'll probably be able to do that within the weekend. So if I decide not to stream, then the next stream may very well be me going in a diagonal direction. And pretty much every single stream after that, at least until I reach the Farlands. And if I have a bit more of a gap to fill, then I'll fill that. But I filled this gap anyway, so this 250,000 block gap. So we'll be completely synced up and maybe have a bit more of a chance of reaching the left Farlands first or something. I don't know if I doubt we'll reach the corner. Like, you know, see the corner first, like the whole corner. We'll probably see one set of Farlands, either the left or the right. And I just mean the ones facing my left walking diagonally or the ones facing my right, basically, and they meet each other in the corner. But anyway, a lot of techno babble from me about the Farlands. That's what a good chunk of this has been. I don't got much to talk about today. I'm just kind of rambling on with some cool stuff. Cool snapshot today, I guess. The 1.20 sneak peek snapshot that came out. Pretty cool that they're doing the snapshots much earlier than previously done before. So there's a lot of coolness there. So yeah. Got plenty to talk about there with the camels and all that. I still have yet to test out the snapshot, so maybe next stream, depending when I stream, I might test out the snapshot this weekend. So maybe you might hear my opinions on that soon enough. But kind of like to do a little bit of modern Minecraft talk, just because I know old Minecraft can be a bit boring to talk about a lot of the time. I'm not too sure how people feel about old Minecraft. I personally like it a lot. I find a lot of kind of nostalgia through me playing Pocket Edition. My youth, in my youth. As if I'm not still youthful, but I'm a bit more youthful. So yeah, that's definitely something I've definitely like in the old versions here. And as I've said in a few streams, the world gen, some of the quirks, got a lot of that stuff going on. The jitters are not really missed. I think that I'm pretty happy they're gone now. The visual jitter, anyway, floating point precision. If you want to know anything about it, and if you don't know about the jitter, just look up floating point precision, Farlands, or Minecraft or whatever, and you should find it. It's pretty straightforward. It's a bit technical, but not too hard to grasp. And if you also want to know what the Farlands are, well, I did explain it in a previous stream. If you haven't watched the previous streams, well, watch it if you want. If you like this, and I'm sure you'd like the other ones. And if not, then go Google that. Do some Googling. As it's funny as Googling is such a word that we use. Look it up, basically. Look up Farlands and you'll find everything you need to know. Get to see the pictures, get to maybe watch some ant venom. So yeah, enjoy some lovely content on YouTube. I personally think the Farlands are excellent. That's why I've decided to go out to them. Well, excellent is an understatement. If I'm willing to spend over 2 months going there, then there must be some kind of method to the madness. And to that I say, not really. I mean, there's a little bit of method, but not really. Oh, no. Creeper explosion. Yeah, there's some method, but mostly madness. But yeah, well, I used my last boat. I realized I'll just have to make some new ones in a while here. So yeah, I got some chickens, some wild chickens. Yeah, very nice. So yeah, ooh, got the sheep. Yeah. Let's see. I guess I could talk about what my plans are for potentially new series as I might start at some point. Maybe after I get some more viewers, and if I feel like it would be worth the while to stream another series, then I got a few ideas up my sleeve. I'll talk about just a few of them. I got a few others, but I'll talk about the main ones, which mainly is modded. It revolves around mods because I think that's probably where the most fun will be had. Just because modded Minecraft is just a lot different to vanilla, which is basically what I'm playing for things like Newcraft and Journey to the Farlands. I guess Journey to the Farlands is quite niche just because it's an old version, which is old versions are kind of a niche within a niche sort of deal. Um, so yeah. So yeah, my first idea was doing something like playing like the Journey to the Farlands version, like beta 1.7 here, with like mods and stuff and like hardcore and all that, like some fun elements thrown in. I think that could be cool. That I mean, Newcraft kind of will show what my potential is for building and doing stuff in like survival, and Journey to the Farlands is just showing my persistence and madness. So you get that, get to know a little bit about me through this series, get some snippets into the series and some bits of the life of my personal life. Not too much, but enough, an adequate amount. But yeah, modded beta would be cool. I've wanted to play an old mod pack like that before. That'd be cool. I don't know if I'll necessarily play a mod pack that's it's still music's still loud. I'll just go with it. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if I'll go with an actually old mod pack. I might just do like a newer compiled one. I've found a few cool ones, which are like just big dumps of mods into mod packs, which could be fun. Explore some of the mods and some old Minecraft quirks that I don't really get to explore here because I'm just walking here. I'm sure that the Journey to the Farlands will be interesting when I'm settled at different outposts and stuff. But that's really a small snippet. Small, not even snippet, small little blips of the journey overall. So yeah, I'm trying to think of some stuff that would be a bit more unique because this is pretty unique. I've been getting some attention for this, of course, just because walking to the Farlands is not something everybody does. Newcraft 4 is a bit more run-of-the-mill, as I've said. And it's got some creativity to it, but that's what every SMP aims for, is that kind of individualistic view. But I don't know, Minecraft, there's a huge audience for Minecraft, so there's a lot of competition going on all the time with SMPs and all that smaller stuff. So I'm not too worried about Newcraft 4's performance. I'm mainly just doing it for fun. Journey to the Farlands is also for fun. I mean, everything I do here is for fun. So I'm not getting caught up in the details. I like to kind of check in on things and be like, see how things are being received. Read comments and all that. But yeah, I got some interesting things here. Kind of forgot what I was talking about with the competition and all that. But yeah, I kind of like to check in, see what's going on with that sort of stuff. You know, the interest, and kind of prioritize a minor bit. I'm probably only gonna be a little bit influenced by the comments and stuff. Like, I don't know if like comments will actually sway the content a whole lot. But yeah, beta mod pack would be cool. Another idea is like some modern mod pack or some kind of Origins or Afterlife based thing. Maybe Origins and Hardcore or something. If any of you know what Origins is. If not, look it up. Along with the Farlands and the Jitters. Origins is a fun and excellent series of mods, I guess, because Origins is kind of a family of mods, because there's a bunch of custom ones that are also very cool. So yeah, that's also something cool. That'll be in like a more modern version, so that'd also be pretty neat to see me in different scenarios and stuff with different base ideas. Because you don't really get to see my full potential in Minecraft here in Journey to the Farlands. See me walk and talk. I mean, it's kind of fun for me to walk and talk, but maybe not the most captivating thing for everyone. So yeah, Newcraft 4 is something to look to, and if not, then maybe some future series I start relating to mods, or maybe even some vanilla single-player world or something. I'm a bit iffy on that, just because single players, it would be so similar to Newcraft, except just alone. So, I don't know. Most of my resources will be put into Newcraft for modern Minecraft right now. I've been doing some testing, some tweaking with older, or not older, some mod packs, just seeing what kind of stuff I'd enjoy playing on stream or something. There's been some neat stuff. I still think my gameplay will, like most of my streams, will be limited to Minecraft. I got plenty of games I could stream, but I feel like Minecraft's mainly where it's at. I've previously stated times. I know it gets a bit repetitive. I can be a broken record sometimes. But yeah, that's that situation. That's one of my kind of things I say. That situation, and indeed is kind of just after. I could just say it as a joke. I'm like, ah, Kurt says indeed a lot, and I've kind of just said it a lot since I've picked up on the series. So, yeah, if you wonder why I say things repetitively, then that's why. I get it from somewhere, either myself or a YouTuber or someone I know in real life. Humans are very. I guess we're a lot like that, where we like to kind of pick up on things that we find interesting in other people, I guess. I kind of take elements I've seen in other people's personality that I've thought would be interesting to integrate, sort of thing. It's that kind of thing. I get a lot of psychological discussion, even though I'm not really crazy into psychology. I kind of like knowing how the brain works and stuff, but I don't know if I'd completely dedicate myself to that. I just like talking about it every once in a while. I think it makes for interesting topics. But this is Minecraft. I don't know. I feel like most of the journey is gonna be me talking about stuff that has nothing to do with the actual journey itself, because there's only so much I can talk about. There's only so much I can commentate here. Of course, there's some lovely locations such as these. I really like this area actually, but there's definitely limited stuff to talk about, and it makes sense, of course, just because I'm it's old Minecraft. I'm not doing much. I'm not resource gathering. I'm not building bases like crazy. So there's like a lot of that at play, where it's just walking and I can only really comment on the things around me, and eventually people's comments, which will be probably a lot of help to smooth things over, solidify a lot of my discussion topics. Not even questions. Even people have discussion ideas. That's also something people could comment about, like just topics, even Minecraft related or not. But anywho, yeah. So yeah, I got a lot of my mannerisms from a lot of other people I've watched. So if any of you have ever watched Kurt or there's some other people that I get mannerisms from, but I definitely like to take inspiration from people. I take some mannerisms I find enjoyable, just to kind of build on my own personality a little bit. So yeah, that's probably why Kurt talks a lot about things like astronomy and the things he's interested in, like NASA and his future job path and stuff. Well, I guess that's a bit different now. I'm pretty far back in the Let's Play, by the way. I'm not caught up. But I've watched a few of the newer ones, but I don't know if I plan on actually watching every single episode, but I'm just gonna watch them when I'm feeling like watching them. But yeah, he talks a lot about astronomy, where I'm at anyway. I think now he talks a lot more like a lot the car stuff and all that. But yeah, he was talking about astronomy, and then he's also talking about Minecraft. What was happening back then with the release of Minecraft and Minecon and all that. So that was interesting to hear about, for sure. Just as like a footnote in my watching him. But yeah, you'll probably get a lot of that out of me. I don't know much about astronomy, but you'll probably get some equivalents, like me talking about my future, like my whole thing with that, and Minecraft's modernness, the new stuff. Even if I'm playing in a version 11 years old, 10 plus 11 years old. So yeah. But I feel like the older versions are kind of where I belong in single player, just because I don't know, modern Minecraft I haven't really gotten used to in single player. I got used to multiplayer in modern Minecraft for sure, like 1.16 onwards and stuff, even earlier, like 1.13 and 14. But I don't know, modern Minecraft for single player is a bit different than, again, SMP format type thing. At least I have my friends that kind of keep me motivated to play. And single player, you have to push yourself, which is a bit more difficult. I mean, things like Journey to the Farlands, I haven't been having very much trouble keeping going. So it's basically just with what I have motivation and what I feel like tapping into. And if any of it kind of sticks, then so be it. And that is the way it is. I was about to say, that's not the situation. Again, that's definitely something I say a lot, apparently. Cows. Yes. Lovely stuff. Lovely indeed. Anywho, let's swim across this lovely pond. Oh, we're doing good. 5,000 blocks walked today. Feeling pretty good about that. Just because today I didn't really know if I was going to play. I haven't broken the streak of playing once a day, but I feel like that's bound to break at some point. Or at least be very low. I haven't gone below 5,000 very much. Just because 5,000 is like half an hour of playing, which is very doable on your average day. So yeah. That'd be crazy if I streamed this world a lot. It'd probably be silent if I were to stream it the whole time. Unless, yeah, it probably would be silent just because I like to do other stuff while playing this. But I don't know. I've kind of decided to stream this only when I think when it presents itself, which it doesn't really prevent itself. If I'm being completely honest, I guess it's more of me just being like, yeah, let's stream me walking. I want to talk to the audience, that sort of thing. Nothing really prevents it, or oh gosh, presents itself. Now my mind is clearly fried from that math homework. Funny. Yeah. Okay. Do I have? I guess I'll talk about something I think would be interesting to bring up. I guess if I have plans to do like an SMP style stream, like streaming an SMP style thing in these old versions. I doubt anyone's actually curious about that, but I gotta come up with these ideas myself, as if people are asking these questions. do I plan on doing an SMP, or like not hosting, or at least joining an SMP, or maybe hosting in the future an SMP in old versions, maybe something like Evo. Perhaps if the opportunity were to arise and I were to gather some people who are interested, some of my friends who are interested in playing Minecraft, then that would be pretty cool. Maybe go through some of the versions, or maybe be on an SMP that's like static to one version. See what kind of antics I can get on that server. I mean, as with most things, not right now, but definitely maybe in the future. Definitely maybe. I think it definitely could be possible. Stuff like that. It's pretty much as possible as my as new season or series starting. I'm hoping Newcraft 4 lasts a while so I can get plenty of content from it and plenty of enjoyment. I hope this season's the one that sticks, because we've had some bad luck with seasons 2 and 3. Just because the player base was just questionable at times. I mean, not questionable, but like the activity was questionable, so they had to be cancelled. Same thing with Classcraft. So I'm crossing my fingers that this time may be the one, but I really have no idea. That's always an iffy thing. Always kind of iffy. So yeah, I'm sure people will enjoy some Newcraft 4 content for once. I did a few Newcraft 3 streams, but I guess even speaking for Newcraft 4 streams and future Newcraft 3 streams I mean, the 1 or 2 streams I may do of Newcraft 3. I might even stream it this weekend if I have time. But I'm going to focus on Season 4, streaming that this weekend. And if I do have the chance to stream Newcraft 3, then that would be great. I have some base work to do there. I gotta finish Betaville a little, at least maybe not to the extent I wanted it to be done, but basically try and get it in as complete of a state as I can before the 8th of November, before the season ends. And Newcraft 4 is kind of the main thing. I mean, it already is, but Newcraft 3 is still on the back burner for projects. Yeah, I'm kind of pushing myself with Newcraft 4 to kind of do stuff that's out of my box of what I do. So maybe that'll push me to do a single player series in the future. I don't even know for YouTube or what, but it'd be cool to do it on YouTube or like YouTube or Twitch. But it also means I have to stream it all the time. Well, I guess maybe not, but it'd be cool to stream it all the time, and that kind of. I'll see what happens there. Just checking to see if there's a spawner here. It was a bit of a weird, spooky sounds. So yeah. Yeah, I'll have to see. With what goes on there. I've worked my way back to 1,125,000. That's kind of what I was doing with the F3 menu popping up. Yeah, I'm not like Kurt J Mac. I don't, or not in that way where he has the F3 hidden like his chords. I kind of just press it every once in a while. I keep track of where I am, so that's a bit different for me, just because. I mean, it's more realistic to not know where you are in the journey for a long periods of time until you like decide to check it every once in a while. I think that'd be a bit funner, maybe like more surprise, a bit more of a surprise element to it, where I'm kind of like, ooh, I didn't know I made it that far, that sort of thing, or the opposite. But I don't know. I'm kind of wanting to keep tabs on the days. I'm sure at some point in the journey I'll change my mind and I'll be like, oh God, how have I done this for so long? And then I'll modify it. That's usually how I work. Usually, if there's something I find I dislike, then that usually makes itself apparent at least at some point, even if it's not right now. So yeah, that's fun. That's with a lot of this stuff. It just becomes apparent over time. So there may be things I change in this world. So expect change. I like change. At least when I'm the one letting it happen. If I let it change happen, then that's alright. But if it's unexpected, then there's a bit more of a gray area. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Anyway. Oh, where are we here? Where are we in the world? 1,057,000 blocks on the x-axis, 1,125,000 blocks on the z. So, yeah, it's gonna be quite the journey. It's not gonna be done in record time by any means. I'm not really a speedrunner. Never really do speedrunning. I only jokingly do it if I ever do it. Just because I'm usually pretty slow with games. Well, sometimes I play them quicker, but it's not really speedrun level. My fast is pretty much average to most. When I think I'm playing a game too fast, it's usually just above average or average. So, yeah, that's fun. And we've got some ground. Oh, look at that. Ah, I've had some. Actually, maybe we'll just talk about some Journey to the Farlands stuff for a bit. I've had some pretty cool bed locations, funnily enough. So yeah, we got some lovely bed locations. I'll talk about this for a minute, then I'll tune into what's going on. We're on Twitch here. See if anything that's going on. But yeah, I've had some cool bed locations. Like one of them was inside a spawner. I do have screenshots of most of these, I think, if not all of the ones I'm talking about right now. Just because I like to remember these things. But that spawner bed was really cool. That was in the one with the double chest, which is awfully rare, or oddly quite rare, with a double chest like that naturally spawning. The one didn't have a golden apple. The golden apple one might be a bit more celebratory. I've also had a bed in a cave, which was also pretty cool. Well, it was kind of a hole I dug out, but wink wink cave. Yeah. Well, let's do some moving around. Oh goodness. Yeah, so I've had a cave bed, I've had a spawner bed, I've had beds on top of hills, I've had beds in deserts and snow biomes, in oceans and on ice lakes. I've had a whole boatload of bed locations. What a lovely conversation to talk about beds. Well, I've talked about mushrooms, I've talked about jitters, quirks of beta. Great stuff. Absolutely wonderful. So yeah, this is what to expect from me. Just me rambling on about whatever I can think about rambling on about. Which definitely makes sense. Yeah, I guess I need some red mushrooms if I ever stumble across them again. Well, I will pretty soon, I bet. But yeah, that's pretty fun. Oh, got a follow as well. That's actually pretty cool because Jeff is sniper. That's pretty cool. Thank you for the follow. That's also something cool to talk about. I mean, it's kind of breaking the fourth wall, but that's also the first person to follow that isn't just a friend. So that's very cool. I've gotten some people over on YouTube who've subscribed. Don't have exact notifications on who that is. I know one person commented about subscribing. I thought that was cool. I'm glad I'm getting some reception. Glad this isn't just radio silence. It's cool to know that there are people out there that have at least some level of interest in my journeys. Even if I do respect not watching the entirety of the series, if you don't choose to. because it's quite a haul of his thing. I definitely, it's no wonder how a lot of people who've journeyed to the Farlands have gotten attention, but it's been super crazy, just because it's the same thing. It's the same kind of talking. It'll be the same format pretty much every stream for this, unless I'm streaming Newcraft. Newcraft will be fun. It'll be a lot more disorganized because I'll be talking to people and it'll be overlapping and emotion, all sorts. And that's where you get a bit more different sides to me, and to the Newcraft members, which a handful of them follow me on Twitch here, just because they like supporting this stuff here. Just because I'm kind of, I guess, I don't even know what I'd call myself now in relation to Newcraft. I started Newcraft, like I founded the whole server. But I guess in Newcraft 4, ownership is transferred to my friend Ben, one of the members. So he kind of runs the server a little bit, does some tweaks there with the Discord and all that. But I kind of still have some position, so I'm some kind of overseer / admin still, to some level. Kind of number 2 or whatever. That's funny. Anyway, maybe we'll think about something cool to talk about. Something cool other than Newcraft and Farlands here. Ooh. Tricky. It's tricky coming up with things to talk about that are captivating. Oh, what can I talk about here? I'm gonna have a sip of water. Journey to the Farlands. Yeah, I think I might figure out something to talk about. So yeah, it's quite a journey. Anyone, just anyone in general. I guess I said I would stop talking about a lot of this stuff until people start asking questions about it. But yeah, it's quite a journey. I don't think I've really covered this too much, like the actual length of the journey and how long it's taken for other people. So that's something cool to talk about. That's kind of semi-interesting. Is the journey itself and who's attempted it, how long it's taken for the people who've done it, how long it's taken for people who have attempted it and they're still going, like Kurt. And I guess I'll just go straight into it. Kurt he started in 2011, back when these versions were originally coming out, and when Minecraft released and all that. That was crazy times that I wasn't around for. At least, I mean, I was alive, but not in the community anyway. So yeah, Kurt's been doing it since 2011. He's been doing episodes and now or live streams. Doing streams like I have, and also episodes that are shorter, like half-hour episodes, and that's been going on for 11 years. I mean, since 2011, early 2011. So been a long time for him, and he's still going strong. He's hoping to reach the Farlands, which I'm sure he will at this point. He's gone this far. There's little doubt that he'll, not make it. So yeah, I think Kurt's been doing a really good job, and his fundraising has also been very, very nice. Raising money for all the charities he's been raising money for over the years. And TFC has also done it since 2011, 2012, kind of inspired by Kurt. And he did that up until kind of this year or last year when he did his last episode before he passed. And he made it quite far as well. So, yeah, props to all these people who've done it, of course. Or like at least attempted it. I think attempting the journey is the first step to, it's the big leap. It's the kind of the start and kind of getting it going. Because now I'm more or less in a groove, and I'm sure Kurt's in a pretty pretty deep groove. and that it was kind of radio silence for people who've gone to the Farlands and stuff. Most people just teleport with single player commands, which is a bit different to the case I'm talking about, which is actually walking to them and doing the legitimate way and the rewarding way. Teleporting is very cool. Like, I'll admit, I've done it even like in my test world, but I think it doesn't have as much power until you've actually walked the distance, and it's really a niche thing because it's not a thing that many people are willing to do. So yeah, we got some people who've gone, some people who've attempted. Got Kilo, the first person to actually reach the Farlands, and he did it in a record 9 months, which is crazy. I won't reach it in 9 months, I'll tell you. I'll kind of reveal how long it's going to probably take me. It's probably no surprise. I've kind of said it a few times before, but I'll get into a bit more of the specifics behind it. But yeah, Kilo took them 9 months, and Fig probably took him a fair bit of time. I don't know the actual time frame for each of them. I know like Fig spent like 1,700 hours roughly journeying, and for Kurt, people said it was 820. Back when he started, that was people's predictions for how far it would take. And it was about like 33, 34 days, which is about as long as it takes to walk to the regular Farlands. The corner Farlands take a bit longer. So I'm probably going to be closer to the 2,000 hour mark at the end. Just accounting for the outposts and all the bed breaks and the walking mishaps. So it'll probably be 1,500 to 2,000 hours, I'd say, give or take. So if I get some really good sessions in there, then so be it. That's a nice boost, nice little needed boost. So yeah, I'm not really aiming to speedrun walk into the Farlands. I feel like that's not really possible in my case. So I'm just getting there in the time that I have to get there, or the time that I have really to play and that I want to play. And a lot of the other people who've done it have done it in similar time frames, year, 9 months, that sort of time frame. Like if you speed run, if you like manage to do like a steady pace every day, like 32,000 blocks or whatever, or even more than that, then you could definitely reach the Farlands quickly. But that's a huge time commitment. And going to the corner Farlands is even more of one, just because walking diagonally is not the same as walking in a straight line in Minecraft. So you kind of get some of those trade-offs, I guess. I get to see a much cooler thing, which is the corner Farlands. I get to explore in them when I reach it. I'll probably rename the series even if this is still around, then I'll probably rename it and kind of journey within the Farlands a little bit. So maybe journey within the Farlands or journey into them or something. I'll have like an outpost, or not outpost. It'll be my main base and all my fun stuff there. I might even consider moving this over to like a modded world, but I feel like I don't know if that would break it or something. I don't know if I want to risk that. Plus, I feel like the vanilla experience is cool because it's still legitimate and all that. It'd be cool to add mods, but I feel like I'll just save that for a modded series I do in beta or modded Minecraft or whatever. So there's gonna be a lot of me saying beta and modded Minecraft just because, or even old Minecraft. I say that a lot, old and new, old school, new school, that sort of thing, which is pretty true. Minecraft's kind of in two major chunks, which is kind of, there's that kind of the golden age, which is the early days of Minecraft, a kind of beta, really, or maybe even some release versions. And then there's kind of the newer stuff, which is kind of the different stuff going on in Minecraft now. The pretty much exponential growth of Minecraft. I don't know if I'd say complete exponential, but it's not too far off. So yeah, plug my nose. So yeah, I have to drink a lot of water. Who knew talking for this long, 50 minutes, was so straining on the voice? No. Anyway, I enjoyed these streams. It gives me a bit of a chance to kind of retrospectively think on what I'm interested in and all that. The stuff that captivates me with Minecraft. I feel like a lot of my video gaming hobby just comes from Minecraft. I feel like Minecraft's a hobby in and of itself. There's so much to go into in Minecraft. There's redstone building. There's like the PvP like trolling side. There's so much. There's so much. There's like griefing. There's so many arts to Minecraft and so many different ways to play it. Minecraft's more of a platform than an actual game. I mean, it's definitely a game. Don't get me wrong. You buy it, you play it, you have experiences, but there's definitely a lot of platform type stuff going on with like different servers and SMPs and all that, where there's like different mediums to do stuff in. Minecraft's quite the interesting art medium. I think I can safely say that there's a lot you can do in Minecraft. You can code things with command blocks. There's a lot of possibilities out there. So yeah, it's very cool. Lots of stuff to explore in Minecraft, and I've only explored some bits, like the stuff I'm interested in, which is what most people will do. Because you can't do everything in Minecraft. You can be kind of a jack of all trades, master of none, or jack of all trades, master of few, I guess. But I kind of stick to what I'm good at. Which one of the things is just kind of doing nothing, like walking in the Farlands here. So Farlands World, kind of going on a bit of a nostalgia trip through the old version here. And I might even do, oh, that's also another cool idea. If I don't do the modded beta or the origins, if I don't like those ideas, which is pretty cool, I could also do like an Evo style Let's Play. Instead of doing like a server, I mean, I might do a server in the future like that, but this could be like a kind of taste of the old versions. And that would be a lot of fun, because there would be like a lot of quirks explained. To kind of go through the old versions, that sort of thing. I have an express interest in watching like old Minecraft content. For some reason, there's just something about old Minecraft that captivates me. And that's definitely, I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion or a popular opinion. Maybe for some it's a valid opinion. But something about old Minecraft it's different. It's a different game. I mean, it's the same game, just a different like development stage. But it's different. It's a lot more. There's a lot more to bare bones. It's a lot more robust. So it's got a lot of just stuff that's work in progress, or it just feels like a different game. Like if you played this and you played modern Minecraft like I do, it's like night and day sometimes, just because of how stark the difference can be when you're comparing the two. It just goes to show how far Minecraft's come as a game, and that both ends of Minecraft are pretty valid to play. Because old Minecraft's got a huge, or not huge, but it's got quite a community. Definitely not as big as modern Minecraft, and say like Dream SMP and Hermitcraft and all the shenanigans on the servers now and all that. But old Minecraft's definitely got some people still interested in it, and I think there's a good reason to it. Just the different feel. Does it feel the same now? It's a really good game, not really solid. Like they're knocking it out of the park with a lot of the stuff they do, Mojang, but it's different, and that it can be a good or a bad different depending on who you ask. And to me, I think it's probably a good different. There's a good difference between the two. I think they're both pretty valid for me to play individually and kind of tweak around with the modding and stuff. kind of tinker with that sort of stuff. Yeah, there's definitely some possibilities there. I've even made mod packs before. Well, not like publicly, but I've made them for personal use, and though they've kind of just usually every time I make a mod pack, it grows to a huge size with over 100 mods, and it's like a smorgasbord, and I'm like, oh my god, where do I start? That's usually why I just download mod packs because they're a bit more manageable. Like there's at least some of them have their own achievement menus, and they kind of guide me through the mods a little bit. Some nostalgia for someone who's played Minecraft even now. There's definitely a lot of stuff that's captured my attention from years past, or times past even. That was like a lot of the Feed the Beast stuff. I remember playing that as a kid, even like when I was still barely even played Java, or I mean, when I barely played just vanilla. I guess I mainly played Pocket Edition, which was completely different to Java at the time. It was very, very early in development at that point. And so, yeah, it's crazy. Feed the Beast is pretty cool. Even what they do now, I'll have to go back to it. I'm sure they're all now with my new graphics card and PC parts. It'll be a lot of fun to kind of maybe tackle some of the old mod packs that captured my attention many years ago. And definitely, a lot of the stuff was like the crazy craft. I remember that craze, no pun intended, crazy craft, and I remember Technic launcher, which I still use sometimes for certain mods and stuff. That's pretty useful. I mainly just use MultiMC for my beta mods, and you can even use MultiMC for modern mod packs, but I just use CurseForge now for most mods. That's the best, like my favorite place to go to get mods. I don't really have any other places I go. Like it's pretty much just a go-to at this point for me. I think I use others sometimes, but mainly CurseForge and all that. So I've tried out a lot of Forge mods recently. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff out there to tackle in Minecraft. Modded Minecraft, I've kind of dipped my toes in. Even Newcraft 4 is slightly modded. Like it's not really the vanilla experience anymore. I guess it's got a lot of the vanilla aspects, but like World Gen's been overhauled with Terralith, and we got an auction house now, which I have yet to test out. Maybe I'll test that on stream. Yeah, got a whole lot of stuff going on. Whole lots. That was quite a lengthy conversation. Oh, that was good because it basically bided me enough time to. I think the sun's setting soon. Yeah. So what's some nice closing stuff I can talk about? I guess one thing, I guess is like a cool kind of final thing to talk about today, is music. I don't talk about it much on stream, I guess, but I'm pretty into music. I mean, I play piano, which is quite a bit of fun. Like I play it, not like actually like professionally or anything. Not like in a. It's not like I don't do like actual school or like actual like proper lessons. I just do like casually, like a teacher, and it's like my pace sort of thing. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. I mean, that's kind of a small chunk of my enjoyment with music. But I have even I think in recent years it's been definitely magnified as my love for music, and that's definitely something that came from me kind of experimenting with different music and finding what I like in recent times, because as a kid I never really got too into music. Now that I've kind of taste it, I've developed a bit of a palette for music, the kind of the stuff I like, which is kind of odd for someone my age, I'm sure, which is kind of like a lot of older stuff, like like very general 80s music is a very general term. I like some of it. Well, not some of it, but I like a broad spectrum of 80s music. Like a lot of my playlist is 80s, and a lot of it is typically with synth. Um, I've kind of experimented with synth wave and stuff, and I've found some cool songs there. Um, I guess I could get into a bit more depth about it at another stream if I get questions about my music. But yeah, it's kind of synth wave 80s, kind of not like universal synth wave, but I kind of like Italo disco, which is a genre of music, which is kind of synthy. There's, I guess, some vaporwave I'm into. I'm not. A lot of it's kind of. I don't know exactly what the word is to describe it, but a lot of it's not really my taste. So I only like some of it. So yeah, that's some music stuff. I don't know. Nice little closing thing. I didn't really have anyone to suggest this stream for YouTubers. Just kind of check out some. Just kind of look around, find what you're interested in YouTube. I'm sure many of you have already found your cup of tea for YouTube and Twitch. But I guess I'll just go stay soon here. But yeah, I that's about it for closing remarks. I don't really have too much else to talk about today. the the midnight oil has been burned. Now I probably will go to bed. Anywho, this has been good. Talk to you.